That's a deer that the previous landowner knew well. He showed us pictures of this deer.
There's movement over there where them other bucks came out. There's that buck. It's definitely one of the 2 bucks that are on my hit list. It's getting late. We're gonna have to make this happen. You got him?
Definitely a cool deer. I've got a bunch of trail camera pictures of him. Stoked to get this big boy.
You know, Joe and I met 5, maybe 6 years ago.
I got a tag in my pocket, so it's finally my turn to hunt.
Day 3, Iowa, southern Iowa. I seen a lot of deer in here last night.
The weather, as cold as it is, feeling pretty good that I'm gonna get a chance at a good buck.
Lizard Creek, Louisiana, we were brought up being taught that nothing comes before God, family, and hunting.
We're not trophy hunters. Fact is, we love time spent with family. Mama found her deer. Yeah, Mama.
Girl, double lunged him. I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud to say I'm a hunter.
And I want to pass those traditions on to my kids.
Yay! Wallhanger down, baby. Yes, indeed. This is WallhangerTV.
It's the 3rd day of Joe's hunt in southern Iowa. The guys are hunting over 2-cut cornfields with sub-zero temperatures. And if the movement is anything like the evening before, Joe and Gabe should be positioned in a front row seat for all the action.
Day 3, Iowa, southern Iowa. I seen a lot of deer in here last night, so I'm super stoked because they're all coming this way into this corn. So just need a big mature one to step out. We'll crack him, so.
Man, I'm feeling great about this evening. It's super cold. We got in early, didn't spook no deer.
You know, pretty typical for our deer. A little slow getting started, but boy, when they did, the floodgates opened. We had deer, we had bucks, we had does, we had deer coming from every direction. We finally spotted one of our target bucks. He's a nice white 8-pointer. Deer we'd had a couple encounters with, deer we had seen multiple times. He was finally headed across that field towards us. Things were finally coming together.
The old box 8's cruising on down the fence. He's coming right at us. It's the buck I seen the night before. This plan might come together.
We had so many bucks around us at that point. It was hard to communicate, it was hard to turn. You know, and now we've got this 8-pointer coming in, you know, one of our target deer that I knew he wanted to try to harvest, and behind him, I see an even better one. You know, we're at that point where Joe's getting ready to shoot, and I put 2 and 2 together, and I realized he's on the wrong deer. So last second, I had to get him off of the white 8 and get him down to that big one that was coming down the fence line.
And I haven't actually seen this other buck. I'm laser focused on the white 8. I'm fixing to squeeze one off on him.
Well, I guess that's a good problem to have when you're looking at too many 8 points. I'm not even sure if Joe and Gabe are looking at the same buck.
You got it. Shoot the close one. Huh? Shoot that one. Shoot him. Is he better? He's what? Me shoot him. Ready? Huh?
Smoked him, didn't I?
Ooh-wee, son, that's hard to beat. A buck in bow range with a muzzleloader.
Get a little bit of the shakes now. I'm freezing cold. But I just shot a buck, my first Iowa buck. Man, he was so close. I think I hit him back, but he went over there. I think he laid down. I'm flipping cold, man. We had the big wide 8 come in, and he got pushed off by the split G2 buck. Man, he's super heavy. And nonetheless, we got one down. Hope gave it record. There's a little blood right in here. He definitely went around this corner. He was moving awfully slow. There he is right there. He didn't go very far at all, man. Dude, he's heavier than we thought he was. Oh, look at the beams on him. Man, look at the mass. Big, giant bases. Huge, huge mass all the way out. Look at the head on him, man. Big old gray face, big forehead. Man, he's a bruiser. Look at the body. Super cool character, man. I mean, everything about this deer says mature. And I couldn't be happier. Gabe called me off of the wide 8 to shoot this one at bow range. We saw a lot of bucks last night. This one came by in bow range. Man, he is cool, cool, cool. Come to Iowa to shoot big heavy horn bucks. That's exactly what this deer is, man. He's coming out here today and finding that buck, man, it's awesome, man. I hunt all year a lot, but I film a lot. So getting a chance to hunt Iowa was my first time, and out here with Gabe on his farm is truly an honor. But
you know, seeing Joe recover this buck after the season we've had, and to get in the woods for himself and hunt 3 days and put a really solid mature animal on the ground like this, super happy for him. Awesome animal, awesome story, and couldn't be happier.
Good end to a 3-day shotgun season for me. December 9th, my first Iowa buck, and he's a cool one, man. Even got a little J right there for little J for Joe.
WallhangerTV is brought to you by Elite Archery, respect the game. Reconics, see what you've been missing. Gator Tracks Boats, making waves where the competition can't. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Scott Archery, everyone's #1. Ozonics, scent control that works. Ammo2go.com, your one-stop shop for all your ammo needs. G5, designed to hunt. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. Hunt Force, find your game. Angle Coolers, a legend in reliability. Code Blue, potency protected. This segment has been brought to you by Reinhardt, the best archery target in the world, and by The Lifeline by Hunter Safety System. Saving lives is what we do.
About ready? What all else you got, baby? What about the baby? You got the baby? Huh?
Chad and I are hitting the road, headed to Kansas.
Well, we made it home for about 2 days and got to see the family and catch up at Mama's and have a little bit of fun. So now it's back to work. We heading to Kansas. Gonna go capitalize on this big Arctic cold front. It's supposed to be like 9 degrees up there. I don't think the high is getting out to teens, so ought to be good deer hunting.
I was pretty excited about this trip because my dad had got drawn from Kansas and we don't get to hunt together that often. So we were meeting up with my parents on the way. We still had about 2 hours left to drive, so they were going to follow us into camp and we were going to get all settled in.
It's going to be opening week of rifle season, so Mr. Tony's got a gun tag and I've got an archery tag, and we're going to be hunting at the same time, so I'll have a crack at a couple good bucks, especially with this big cold front coming through. It should be good in Kansas.
Well, it's our first morning back in Kansas, and it's pretty chilly this morning. I think the wind chill's about -2. Dang, now Mr. Tony's hunting about, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards from us this morning. Hoping they have some good luck now to be able to see a little bit more country than we do, but hopefully we have a good week and we lay down some deer for y'all.
Well, me and Daddy had just got settled into the stand. It wasn't quite daylight yet, and there is already a big shooter buck out in the field.
Indeed, there's a buck right there.
Boy, it didn't take long for Mr. Tony. He's got a shooter in front of him. It ain't even daylight yet. I haven't seen anything. I think I'm in the wrong stand.
Where the deer came out, we were set up in almost a completely different way. We were trying to swing everything around. In the meantime, I have to take the camera off of the tripod, and all in all, we did get everything kind of turned and got the window open, and now we're just ready to take the shot. Daddy shot the first time, and I wasn't really sure where he hit the deer, so, you know, the first thing I say is shoot him again, you know, because the deer kind of trots off like nothing was wrong, so he gets a second shot off on him.
D, we got him, D. He down.
That's the quickest hunt I've had all year. The sun's not even up yet, and we got a giant buck laying on the ground. We got does just staying in the field looking around, so I told Dad, hey, why don't you go ahead and fill your doe tag too? So that's what we did.
I think Mr. Tony just shot. Hey. No way. You're a pretty good one. Heck yeah. Alright, alright. No, we ain't seen nothing. Alright, we on our way. We'll be there in a minute. They said Mr. Tony just shot a big one. I don't know what it is yet, but if she said it's big, it's probably pretty big.
I just
decided we wasn't gonna get cold for a long time.
Just gonna get it over with early, huh?
It's pretty crazy how everything comes around full circle. He's the one who's taken me in the woods when I'm, you know, knee high, and now, you know, I get to take him out on a hunt with his biggest buck to date. What is he, 11 point?
Yeah.
Ooh, give him some of that right there, Tony. That is a good buck. Hey, this is what? Your first morning in Kansas?
First morning in Kansas.
First morning in Kansas. Let's see, we shot him within the first 30 minutes of daylight. Goodness.
It was so neat to be able to watch Dana and her daddy together and have a hunt like that and just spending time at the camp. And really, when it boils down to it, that's what this is all about. You know, the reason that we love hunting so much from the time we were kids is a lot to do with that. Just spending time in the outdoors and getting to harvest good bucks and spending time with family.
Nothing beats that. I got to hunt with my dad, his first hunt in Kansas, biggest buck ever.
Yep, don't get no better.
It don't get no better than that.
Okay.
With family, we got my mom and the baby at the camp waiting for us. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get him tagged up and we're going to cook us a big old breakfast to celebrate back at the camp. We got a buck and a doe behind us, a big buck, got him tagged. We fixing to head back to the camp and get a truck to put them in, and
backstrap tonight.
That's right. Good morning this morning.
Don't get no better than this, huh, girl?
Hey, Papa killed a big buck this morning and we cooked a big breakfast, huh? Oh, you mad? You blowing bubbles?
This segment has been brought to you by the Barnett Razor, Razor Light, Razor Fast, and by Mojo Motion Decoys. Join the revolution.
The Bone Buster Combo Pack and Black Rack Rattling System give us everything we need to be deadly in the woods. The Flexstone Black Rack Rattling System is the only system with 2 full racks. That and the Bone Buster Combo Pack is a deadly system.
Like WallhangerTV on Facebook to follow Chad and Dana all year with a chance to win gear seen on the show.
And we really only took time to get Mr. Tony's deer took care of and grabbed a little bit of bite to fry some eggs, and we fixing to haul butt, get back in the woods. That snow should be coming this evening. Right now it's still pretty nice out, believe it or not, but fixing to load up everything in a truck and head on over there. Hopefully we can double up today.
The Kansas trip was off to a great start as Chad descended in for the afternoon and a weather front had arrived.
That snow started. It's really just dust and everything, which is perfect. I mean, it's gonna, these deer ought to be wanting to get to that wheat field this evening, I would hope.
As the day started to run together, Chad only knew he must stay on task if he wanted to tag a buck. Another week had now gone by here in southwest Kansas, and Chad has still yet to see any dominant bucks.
And I tell you, I was pretty excited. I still had a week to hunt in Kansas, and man, the movement slowed down to hardly anything. And I don't know if it was the pressure from the gun season and just the pressure on the bucks that kind of shut them down, or just the weather or what, but man, it'd been a slow week. But this particular evening, we were going into a redneck blind in kind of a new location. And man, I tell you what, we were having a heck of a hunt. It was like you flipped a light switch. I mean, we had several bucks around us.
Chad sees movement in the nearby plum thicket. A big buck and a group of does are moving away from Chad's setup. Chad knows that calling at this buck will have little effect.
Hey, crossing that field, we ain't gonna get a shot at him today. Crossing that sage, going up into that other field over there.
Man, I was kind of disappointed to watch that good buck walk away, but at the same time, I'm pretty excited. That's the first shooter we've seen all week. And we're kind of talking about that situation and really putting together a game plan for that buck the next day. And look, and here's another shooter behind that buck that's coming our way. Well, I could see this buck was by himself, which means I've got a whole new game plan for him. And he starts kind of flanking us, heading back toward really the same field the big buck went to. So I grunted and snort wheezed at him. I mean to tell you, he stopped, turned on a dime, and is flanking us, coming right to us. This buck does what all good bucks do. I mean, he circled around us, got in a plum thicket where it got kind of thick, and he made his move, man. He come up out of the creek, and he was plenty close enough for a shot, but my cameraman's kind of shoved up in the corner, and he can't get around on the deer, and I'm looking right out of the window of that redneck blind, and it wasn't gonna be, man. That buck stepped up in that opening, didn't see what he liked, and he just faded back off.
Man, we have plenty of light to shoot that deer. That's a good buck. We grunted him down in here, to be honest. I think he got into that plum thicket and could tell there wasn't another buck here, and he eased off the same way them other does were. It was close.
High mountain seasonings are an easy way for us to make jerky and snack sticks out of our game, and I know I can trust High Mountain.
Best of all, it's fresh, easy to make, and tastes great. To find High Mountain seasonings in your area, go to HighMTNJerky.com. The Pile Driver by Wild Game Innovations is a revolutionary feeder that keeps your feet dry and piles it high. The auger delivery system is designed to make your powder last up to 60 days and keep deer coming around, producing big bucks in the field and on the ground. Check out the Pile Driver and other great products at WildGameInnovations.com.
We had another pretty tough evening this evening. We thought we was going to get it done. We felt like we was in a good spot, but these deer just hadn't been acting right all week, so we got our butts whooped. We needed that one too, but I'll tell you, man, we've had a blessed week. Got to hunt with friends and family, and Dana got to kill a big deer with her dad. Her dad actually killed a big deer. We got to spend that time with them and be on the hunt together, and got to have her baby on the trip with us and all that. So it's been a great trip, and it ain't over with. We got about, I don't know, 10-15 days till Christmas, so it's time to hammer down and get some stuff done.
We were close, monkey. We were real close.
We saw a lot of deer right now. We see a lot of bucks.
I think the signal is where it's at. Well, it broke like that and it got clear at high pressure. What you got in here? Huh? Give me. Fresh taters and backstrap. What I'm talking about.
I'm gonna put these in another plate now.
Hey, easy. I told her we didn't kill no deer Mary seen her. She got a little upset. Man, it had been a long week in Kansas, and I still had my Kentucky tag in my pocket. So we're just rolling into Kentucky. It's been a pretty long day on the road. Hopefully all that's going to pay off, because we're going to be in the woods here in about an hour. It just ain't happening here. It's done. I think we kind of missed our opportunity. The movement was dead slow. We're fixing to head about 12 hours west, go to Kansas, and we loaded up the truck and headed back west. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Strung out, I guess. Hopefully y'all can hang with us and this all pays off and we smoke one here in about 6-8 hours. So y'all stay tuned.
WallhangerTV is brought to you by Elite Archery. Respect the game. Reconics. See what you've been missing. Gator Tracks Boats. Making waves where the competition can't. Mossy Oak. It's not a passion. It's an obsession. Scott Archery, everyone's #1. Ozonix, scent control that works. Ammo2go.com, your one-stop shop for all your ammo needs. G5, designed to hunt. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. Hunt Force, find your game. Angle Coolers, a legend in reliability. Code Blue, potency protected. Support also provided by these sponsors.